Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. Today's topic is one that I want to cover because we all experience it, no matter how much we deny it, we all experience it. Today's topic: how to block out the white noise of criticism. How to block out the white noise of criticism. Have you ever listened to the radio back in the day when the station wasn't coming in clearly? You can hear the song, but you can also hear the static. Good morning, Jackie. The static that's in the background. The music is there, the message is there, but there's so much noise around it that you can barely hear what you actually tuned in to hear. You can hear the song, but you hear all the static when the station isn't coming in clearly. That's what criticism can become in our lives. Good morning, Wendy. That's what criticism can become. Everybody has an opinion. You shouldn't do that. I wouldn't have done it that way. You've changed. You're doing the most. You're not doing enough. And my personal favorite, well, if I were you, first of all, you're not me. So we've already identified the first problem. Some criticism, though, it's valuable. We need people who love us enough to correct us. But y'all, there's a difference between constructive criticism that helps you grow and white noise that keeps you distracted. White noise is sound without a message that you need. And if you're going to live boldly, lead effectively, and become who you were created to be, you have to learn how to turn down the static without turning off the wisdom. So I'm going to give us 3 ways that we can block out the white noise of criticism. Good morning, Alana. Number 1, check the source before you accept the signal. Check the source before you accept the signal. Not everybody gets equal access to your ear gates. When criticism comes, before you internalize it, ask yourself, who said it? Do they know me? Do they understand that what I'm trying to accomplish? Have they demonstrated wisdom in the area that they're criticizing? You ever notice that there's sometimes people will criticize you about something and they don't even have that area of their life together? I'm like, really? Pot and kettle? Really? That's what we're doing? Do they want me to become better, or do they simply do they want me to become more like them? Because sometimes we give front row access to people who didn't even buy a ticket to our journey. Think about your GPS. If you're driving to Atlanta, y'all know I love Hotlanta, and somebody standing on the sidewalk screams, "You're going the wrong way." Are you immediately going to turn your car around? I hope you don't. You're going to check the GPS because the person yelling may not know your destination. And that's the problem with criticism. People are evaluating your direction without knowing your destination. Stop allowing everybody with an opinion to become a navigator. Some voices deserve consideration, some deserve conversation, and some deserve absolutely nothing more than thank you for sharing. Then you keep driving. Never give someone authority over your direction simply because they have volume in their voice. Number 2, separate the message from the noise. Now, you heard me earlier say, there's a message inside of all of that noise, but you've got to know how to differentiate the two. You've got to understand how to separate the message from the noise. Here's where maturity comes in. Just because somebody delivered criticism badly doesn't automatically mean there's no value in it. Sometimes the tone is wrong, but the truth is right. And sometimes the tone sounds wonderful, but the message is completely wrong. So instead of immediately becoming defensive, ask, is there anything in this that can make me better? Every now and then, somebody that I don't want to hear from will drop something, and I'll be like, that made sense. Maybe 90% of what they said was nonsense. Fine. But is there 10% that can sharpen me, that can make me better? And if that's the case, take the 10% and leave the 90. You don't have to swallow the whole watermelon just because you found one good seed. Criticism becomes dangerous when we do one of two things. We believe everything people say about us, or we refuse to hear anything people say about us. Neither is healthy. Wisdom says, I will examine it without automatically absorbing it. I'm going to give that to you again. I will examine what they said without automatically absorbing it. That means criticism gets screened before it gets stored. Ask yourself, is it true? Is it helpful? Is there a pattern? Have trusted people told me something similar in the past? Is there an adjustment I need to make? If yes, make it and grow. If no, let it go. You can learn from criticism without living under criticism. Don't let criticism become your identity. Let what is useful become information. Didn't have to be your identity, it's simply information. Number 3, turn up your purpose until the noise gets quiet. Here's the real secret to blocking out white noise, y'all. Sometimes you don't need to make the noise quieter. You need to make your purpose louder. Have you ever somewhere you've been listening with music and playing music and there's people talking all around you, but you were having such an important conversation that eventually you stopped noticing everybody and everything else? The noise was still there. Your focus just became stronger than the distraction. That's where we have to get in life. When you know who you are, what you value, where you're going, what God calls you to do, every opinion doesn't require an emotional response. Some of us are exhausted because we keep trying to correct people and their incorrect perception of us. Stop it. Stop it. You don't have enough hours in the day. Let somebody misunderstand you. Let somebody disagree with you. Let somebody think you should have done it differently. You have to work to do this, y'all. And here's something I've learned. People who are doing something will always be criticized by people who are doing nothing. And period. People who are doing something will always be criticized by people who are doing nothing. Criticism comes with the territory. If you lead, somebody won't like your decision. If you grow, somebody won't like your change. If you establish boundaries, somebody won't like losing access. If you succeed, somebody will explain why you didn't deserve to succeed. And if you do absolutely nothing, somebody will criticize that too. So you might as well live. You might as well lead. You might as well grow. You might as well become. The goal isn't to become a person who never hears criticism. The goal is to become a person who knows what deserves amplification and what deserves elimination. So remember, check the source before you accept the signal. Separate the message from the noise and turn up your purpose until the noise gets quiet. Because somewhere beneath all the static noise is the sound of life you're supposed to be living. Don't spend your life adjusting your frequency, trying to satisfy everybody else's station. Find your signal. Protect your frequency, turn up your purpose, and keep broadcasting, because criticism may be in the background, but it does not have to become the soundtrack of your life. Good morning, Sister Tanisha, Minister Tanisha. It does not have to become the background of your life. So today, if you want to block out the white noise of criticism, check the source before you accept the signal. Separate the message from the noise, because there might be 10% in there that you need. Turn up your purpose until the noise gets quiet. I'm the amazing T Street, but y'all already know there's absolutely, positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So today I encourage you to practice blocking out the white noise of criticism so you can hear the sound of purpose. Y'all have an amazing Friday and an amazing weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Peace.